Well, Georgia's coaching staff for the 2024 season certainly looks like it's filled now. Josh Crawford, who was a wide receivers coach at Georgia Tech, is going to be the running backs coach at Georgia. This is something, Georgia Tech's going to hardly ever be able to hold off Georgia when the Dogs want something in terms of, generally speaking, athletics. But in this case, in football, there's just this is a very good fit. A lot of people know Josh Crawford around the state. Why? He spent time at a lot of very successful places: Greater Atlanta Christian, Jefferson County, Colquitt, Lee County, Valdosta. Listen, GACS, while he was there, he coached Darius Slayton. Colquitt is I don't know how else to put it other than Colquitt, Lee, and Valdosta as big schools are very serious about football, and I think that this is a good fit for Georgia. Again, a lot of people know Josh Crawford around the state, and this is a good fit for Georgia. Even Brent Key, when he was talking about when he hired him, said that Crawford is one of college football's most well-known and respected coaches at any position amongst high school coaches in Georgia. So I don't think that Georgia could have waited forever. Spring practice is about 2-ish weeks away. It's not that long away. So this is a very good fit for Georgia, and now they can move forward with their 24 season. It means the Jackets are going to have to make a change, but all this stuff rolls downhill. The food chain in college football, the big schools always have an advantage over the smaller schools, or Tech's a smaller school than Georgia. That's factually correct. So, I think we will see what happens in recruiting. I mean, I'm not changing my stance on this one. Your running backs and tight ends coach specifically are going to have to go recruit very effectively and efficiently. Um, I don't know how this is going to work for him coaching running backs. In college, I'm not aware that he's coached running backs yet. He was the offensive coordinator at least for a season at Western Kentucky, as well as the wide receivers coach during that time. But Western throws the ball like crazy. Like, they're not a great example of. If you're looking at their production, I mean, Western is all about throwing the football from what I recall. So if you're looking at those numbers, it's going to be very skewed. Are you recruiting effectively and efficiently? Are your guys at your position getting the job done? Because that's what it is as an assistant coach, particularly when you're the running backs coach. You're going to have to get it done on that front. So I think it's a good example of Kirby knowing exactly what he wanted. This thing broke around midnight Sunday night. Hey, listen, man, I'm not getting out of bed to do this sort of stuff with some assistant coach. If there's something wrong with the AD, the president, or the head coach, we'll get out of bed. But not for a position coach that people, this guy's not even going to be made available to talk to the media. I don't think, probably, if I had to guess, until Georgia goes to the playoff. So that's but it is breaking news, and it is a big deal for Georgia, and I think it's a good fit. I mean, I think it's exactly the right fit. And I don't think this is a big deal. The only thing is he has been a receivers coach, generally speaking. Now he's going to be coaching running backs. I mean, Brian McClendon has done both. I mean, that's just not, for me, a big deal. I mean, Kirby Smart coached running backs when he had no experience at that at all in 2005, and that was a pretty good running backs group. Now, he will tell you that he benefited from a really smart group, and he did. But it just goes to show, that's exactly that Kirby himself had this job, and that he was so, I guess the word is interested, that he was so good at recruiting. That tells you all you need to know about what you got to do at that position. You've got to really perform on the trail. This is our Eco Light This is an Ecolite, Adirondack chair from our buddies over at EcoPod. Make sure that you're checking out their phone number, 478-448-4548. That's 478-448-4548. You can customize all of these chairs to give you the look that you want going into the spring or the winter, the the summer. I mean, we're getting close to beach season, and you can make your house. I mean, look, that is a neat looking chair. I'm just going to say it right now, if I do say so myself. These are neat looking chairs, or you can just go straight up all blue. My wife's family has had a place at the beach for a long time, and you can make your beach house look awesome. You can make your lake house look awesome. But call 478-448-4548 to get more information on our friends from EcoPilot with this Eco-like Adirondack chair. This is a 20-year warranty on these chairs, y'all, and all this furniture. It's made in the heart of Georgia. 20-year warranty. 20-year warranty. So take advantage of that today. I'm starting to get a cold. I can tell that's not good. But we're getting ready for spring ball. It's going to be right around the corner. You've got your staff completely settled in and you're taking advantage of everything. Georgia coaches will be on the road recruiting here and there. Spring evaluation period is an important one. We're going to see what the calendar holds as there's a lot of stuff still not filled in college football, which is kind of problematic. The sport needs to settle a few things down in terms of the calendar. And the calendar has become insane. And then that, this is a great opportunity for Josh Crawford to get out there and use the connections. I mean, like, you just look at Atlanta, rural Georgia, South Georgia, Albany or Albany, whatever. I mean, Moultrie, Valdosta. He's been around. He's been around the block. I mean, that's a lot of places to have been in the last few years. Wadley, which is home of A.J. Harmon and Fernando Velasco. So he's been around in different pockets of the state. GACS, I watched those GACS teams. Well, I call it GACS, Greater Atlanta Christian Schools. So when I was growing up, I think most people called it GAC, but I got into the habit of calling it GACS for some reason, because it's not just the high school. But Greater Atlanta Christian at the time, this was after the Caleb King, years, if you want to call it that. Slayton was really good. It wasn't just him; it was Abernathy as well. So I saw GAC, and I think wasn't was Mills there as well? I'm trying to remember everything. He went on to play quarterback at Stanford. I think I said Douglas Mills, but it was the quarterback there was quite good too. But man, GAC is serious about football as well. They're just not one of these huge schools like Mill Creek or Buford, who are sort of factories. That's not what GAC is. But it's they're very serious about it. This seems like the right fit. And I'm not surprised that it got filled quickly. I'm not surprised that, the Kirby's biggest strength, he's got a lot of strengths, but I think his social Rolodex is pretty serious. And, you're at a place where coaches are going to want to come coach. You're having serious success, and the pay at all these places is going to be very good. Doesn't matter where you're at anymore. But Josh Crawford went to Georgia. Played at Morehouse. He has a master's from Georgia. He's got a master's from Valdosta as well. There's this seems like a fit. Now, will he take what he's got at running backs? One thing is, you've got an inexperienced group. This is an inexperienced group in terms of the guys that are returning. ETN is not, but you don't have a lot of carries not at Georgia in this program right now. And so I, you know, this sure looks like the right hire. We'll have to see. Del McGee going on to Georgia State. That's great for both Georgia State and Dell, for sure, for Dell getting an opportunity like that. But, you know, it's not surprising this was quick. It's not surprising that sure looks like a very good hire. But we're just going to have to see how it works out as time goes on. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the website.